Hello, StarCraft fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with a very special edition of MidRank Madness. This is a free-for-all between 4 players, well, 3 players and myself, and we played it on the map Moebius Facility XX1. Let's introduce the players in this match. In the bottom left corner of the map, we have the yellow Zerg player. It is FalconPaladin, that is me. In the top left corner-ish of the map, we have the purple Zerg player. It is Peacefan. In the top right corner of the map, we have the pink Terran player. It is SO-Micron. And in the bottom rightish corner of the map, we have the, is this brown Protoss player? Saints Warcry. Excellent. So a free-for-all played on the Battle.net channel, FalconPaladin within StarCraft 2. You can go there, you can join it, you can be part of the community. And I do try to play with my subscribers about once every 2 weeks or so. I announce these on Twitter and on Facebook, so if you want to know when the next one is, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. Very easy to find that way. Twitter.com/FalconPaladin, Facebook.com/FalconPaladin. All right, so again, a free-for-all. These players are around platinum, diamond level, I'd say. Maybe somebody is lower, around gold and silver. It's just kind of hard to get everybody around the same level when it comes to this sort of thing. Regardless, it looks like I am fast expanding inside a very, very large base with lots of bases and only one entrance. So that's very, very nice for everybody involved because they are all in their own different bases. I was worried that the game would spawn someone here and like someone here, which would make it very, very awkward. But no, it did a good job of separating us just so there were no like 12 pools or like a zealot rush or anything like that. So nobody dies here in the first couple of minutes. Just going to spoil that for you right now. All right, so again, I'm very happy that we have a Terran, a Protoss, and a couple Zergs. It's just nice. It's a nice balance that way. And it looks like our purple Zerg player, Peacefan, is pretty much doing what I'm doing. He's getting his expansion there as well. Oh, Saints Warcry trying to throw down a pylon here at my natural base. And I say you're scaring me, but look at this. I'm patrolling with an Overlord over my natural base so that, yes, this pylon finishes. Saints Warcry should really cancel that. I mean, if he's not planning on doing anything with it, canceling this will get some of his money back. But I mean, back home he's got a zealot. He's not really walling off that well. It's a huge ramp to wall off. So I understand it's difficult, but I mean, you can at least make an effort, especially with 2 Zergs on the map. That's just so intimidating for Protoss. I'm going to say that. So I make a bunch of lings, probably more than I need to. And how many lings is that for me? That's 8 Zerglings this early to knock down a single pylon. I guess I was worried there might be cannons as well, but no. Just a pylon, knock it down, getting queens, all sorts of great stuff that way. We got a Roach Warren on the way for me, feeling like maybe I want to pay my Protoss neighbor a visit. Since he tried to pylon rush me, I think I'll kill him first. Looks like, again, just a bunch of lings here for Peacefan, and our Terran player does have 2 gas early, a couple of barracks, and a factory. So he's also expanding inside his happy, huge main base. Which again, it's 4 bases. It is 4 bases, all protected by this one ramp, basically. This is the only way in. I'm sending lings out to take the Zalaga watchtowers and see if there's anything that is around here, like any proxies or ninja expands, but no, nothing I can see at all. Mothership Core for Saints Warcry tries to come over here, but McQueen does manage to chase her away. A Reaper from SO-Micron just outside Saint Warcry's base. He's going to come in. I don't know this is happening, but basically this Reaper is chasing, or basically being chased by the Zealot, kiting it around. The couple other Zealots move and try to get into position to take this guy out. Good positioning there by Saints Warcry, but then I move into my lings at the exact same time. I get a surround on the one Zealot. One Zealot is separated from the group. He does kill one of my lings, but now there's a Reaper and lings inside the main base of Saints Warcry. KD8 charge does get all of my lings. I'm not paying attention to them very well there. Mothership Core in here trying to kill my Zerglings, doing pretty well at that job. Zealot's cleaning me up as well. I got a couple lings going to town on the remaining probes here inside this main base. Can I get the probes? It looks like I totally can. Reaper's dead as well. Again, Mothership Core with 3 kills already. Lings running out of there. They don't want to die to the Mothership Core. Staying alive for scouting purposes is always very nice indeed. Peacefan going for a 3rd base now. He's recognizing nobody's really bothered me for a while, so I might as well expand and take a 3rd. I've got a lair right now. I'm getting glial reconstitution for the roaches that I do have. I have a handful of roaches here, worried about zealot attacks, basically. And it's going to be Marines, and more Marines for SO-Micron, but a double starport follow-up here for SO-Micron. Plus, he's getting a 3rd refinery here at the 4.5-minute mark. Overlord per Peacefan trying to scout on in. It does get speed, though, just at the last second, and manages to escape from my queens. Back in here, queens. Back in to your respective hatcheries. Got a lot of Lings here. Got some Ravagers morphing in at the same time. Our Protoss player is really struggling here. Ended up losing a bunch of probes. Unfortunately, 500 resources worth of probes, and I think most of those are gonna be probes. Another expansion is coming up for Saints Warcry a little bit later than everybody else's, but he's doing a-okay. The Zerg player is now heading onto his lair a little bit later than mine, but he got his third base up a lot sooner than I did, considering I haven't even started that. He's just going pure Ling at this point, and droning up very nicely as well. It's 35, 37, 33, and 22 harvesters, so pretty even for everybody but our Protoss player, and again, that's mostly because Protoss player lost a lot of stuff there early on. A bunch of Lings coming over from FalconPaladin. He wants this Protoss player dead. He wants the Protoss player dead and buried. Some Ravagers, 2 Ravagers, and a couple Roaches moving over. Is this going to be enough to kill the Protoss player is the question of the day. Saints Warcry has Photon Overcharge available and has 3 Zealots, but it's not much. A ton of Lings rolling in. Roaches and Ravagers making sure they do not last at all. I'm throwing down Corrosive Biles on this pylon to help kill it, and I do get it done pretty quickly there. Mothership Core is still hammering away from above. There's a second Photon Overcharge. I get out of range of the Photon Overcharge and try to take down the Zealots. You're not kiting very well. One of my Roaches does end up dying, but everybody else seems fine. Ling's going to chase all of the probes to this natural base. Oh, they're not protected. Not protected whatsoever. Mothership Core should really get over there and maybe Photon Overcharge over at this natural base, but is too busy worrying about the Roaches and the Ravagers. There are more Roaches coming up here as well. This poor Protoss player, Saints Warcry, is experiencing the full wrath of FalconPaladin right now. Bunch of Ravagers coming in. I really want to kill that Mothership Core. Trying to morph in range of a pylon. Not the greatest choice. Corrosive Biles do make some nice hits on that Mothership Core, but not enough to kill it yet. Is this... That's enough. That is enough hits with the Corrosive Bile. Excellent job there by me. And Natural Base going to die here as well, and there's just nothing left for Saints Warcry. Aw, man, he says it's 7 minutes into the game. He's not happy about where things are. His Cybernetics Core is dead. He's going to lose his Twilight Council as well. He's warping in a Zealot. That's pretty much all he can do, and I have mercy. I have mercy on the Protoss player, and I decide to leave with my Ravagers and see what else I can do with them. Meanwhile, Battle Cruisers are here for Ezomicron. He's double pumping Battle Cruisers. I love it. I love it so much. He's got 4 refineries running, soon to be 6 here at his third base. Oh, some Lings wandered over here to the main base while I wasn't paying attention and murdered some stuff until I got rid of them. Ezomicron wondering, he says, I have a question for you. Some Lings invading here for Peace Fan. Nobody's bothered Peace Fan in the tiniest bit this entire game. Infestation Pit is done for him. Who called in the fleet, says Ezomicron. Battle Cruisers are in, and I say, snap. I need anti-air so bad. Saints Warcry is very excited about this as well. Do I start? I do have a Hydralisk Cannon on the way. That's going to be super useful. Tossing down a Spire, as immediately toss down a Spire. I just don't have anything that can deal with Battle Cruisers that well. Peace Fan's saying, uh-oh, what is Peace Fan doing in light of this information? He's making Corruptors. Excellent job. He already has a Spire, so he's way ahead of me on that count. He's got a 3 bases up. Worker count 41 to 58, 44. So Peace Fan, again, mostly left alone. 58 workers, as well as Ezomicron with 44 workers entirely left alone. Saints Warcry is very mad. Well, not very mad. He's just a little bit... he is being cautious about the concept of living next to me. Let's just say that. FalconPaladin says, I know the Terran player is up here. I gotta take out these battle cruisers before there are too many of them. So I come in with a ton of Roaches and a bunch of Ravagers, but there are a lot of Marines on the ground. They don't have any upgrades except for Combat Shield, but they're still pretty good. Corrosive Biles landing and trying to take down one of the battle cruisers. Pretty good dodge there, and there's the Tactical Warp on top of the Ravagers. So I say, all right, you guys are pretty slow. We're just going to wander here into your natural base and start wrecking things. How's that sound? Send the Ravagers to the left of the natural base. Send the Roaches to the main base. They do have speed. They're going to go after so many SCVs here. This is a lot of dead workers. Using Yamato Cannon to kill 2 of the Ravagers immediately, though, but still having a field day over here. Ezomicron is down to 30 Harvesters. He's still losing everything that is over here at his main base. Some Marines come up and try to assist, but they're no match for these Roaches. No match whatsoever. Looking really bad. A battle cruiser warps into my main base. I'm trying to kill it with a Queen. No. I do move all the drones to my new third base on this left side, so I do manage to save them with a pretty good reaction time, if I do say so myself. I do have, what do I have on the way? 11 Corruptors in production right now, and they're going to start popping right about this very second. There they are. They pop right on out. More coming over from that third base. Got Roaches here in the third base of Ezomicron as well, getting surrounded and murdered by the battle cruiser, but Again, our pink Terran player is down to 18 harvesters, and he is bleeding profusely at this moment in time. Once again, I'd like to point out, nobody's really bothered PeaceFan at all, taking a 4th base here at the 10-minute mark. I've got a whole ton of corruptors. I'm like, all right, I have to do this. I have to get rid of all these battle cruisers, or this is going to be a problem for me in the future. Making an Ultralisk Cavern as well, thinking maybe if I go Corruptor Ultra, the Ultras will take care of the Marines on the ground, and the Corruptors will deal with the battle cruisers, no problem whatsoever. The thing is, SO Micron, does he have any Marines at this point? He has 12. He's got 12 Marines. So I don't know where they are. There's a handful over here by the main base. There's a couple on this left side. Overlord for PeaceFan comes in, sees the battle cruiser, says, what up? My Corruptors dealing with one of the battle cruisers very nicely, backing on out. Is this enough to get rid of these 4 battle cruisers? And they're going to go for it. They're going for it with no upgrades whatsoever on these Corruptors. 2 more Corruptors show up. 1 battle cruiser dies. Another battle cruiser, oh, tactical warps out of there. Brilliant play by SO Micron. Another tactical warp. Is this one going to make it out as well? It's being repaired, and it does manage to escape. Oh, brilliant retreat using tactical warp. 10 points to Gryffindor on that one for SO Micron. I lose a bunch of Corruptors and kill a single battle cruiser. Well, 2 during that attack, so not the greatest. Resources lost here. I've lost 6,049. Our purple Protoss players lost 300, which just doesn't seem like very many. SO Micron's lost 5,100. And our Protoss player, who we've kind of forgotten about, is slowly climbing back up here. Slowly climbing back up. He's lost about, what did he lose there? 4,100 resources. So I'm at 3 bases at 11 minutes, feeling pretty good about that. Really worried about this battle cruiser fleet. I am making so many Corruptors. Am I getting upgrades for Corruptors? I'm getting +1 Carapace. That's fantastic. But +3 ground is on the way for PeaceFan. Again, just happily macroing up. He's got 62 harvesters. I've got 50, 30, and 12 for the other 2 players in this game. Battle cruiser group not huge, but they've got +1/+1, which is extremely useful in most situations. I think to myself, all right, maybe I can get Lings. Can I get Lings? I can't really afford Ultras right now. I'm fairly gas starved. I can make 1 Ultralisk with what I have. Not great, but I have a lot of minerals. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my ground melee units, come up with Lings, and try to deal with the Marines with Zerglings. The Marines, again, no upgrades whatsoever except for Combat Shield. Although, yeah, working on +2/+2 for the air. So SO Micron has no plans at all to upgrade his Marines. He's just making sure these battle cruisers are as tough as they can possibly get. PeaceFan is bored, so he's creep spreading a lot. He's got 174 supply, and won't make that 180 out of 200. Just made, what did he just make? 5 Ultralisks. 5 Ultralisks in production for PeaceFan. So here we go. Corruptors moving out. Lings following them as well. A couple Overlords for PeaceFan get knocked down. Does that supply block him? It does not. It does not. I'm trying to do this. My upgrades of the Lings are not done yet. They have speed, but that is about it. They're not wonderful. And Hallucinated Phoenix for Saints Warcry moving in. That's the first, like, minor attack at PeaceFan's army this entire game. So there are so many Marines on the ground, though. Holy crap, there are 30 Marines here. My Lings die pretty much instantly. They are distracting the Marines from these Corruptors for a little bit. For just a little bit of time, but it's not enough. My Corruptors are dying so quickly. They're not really focus firing as well as I'd like them to do. Again, tactical warping out, leaving the Marines behind. SO Micron doing this extremely well. Ling knocking down creep tumors. I didn't even really tell this Ling to do it. I think it was just a weird rally here, but it does end up with, I mean, it has 6. How do you have 6 kills? Not enough to kill that one, though. Not enough to kill that one creep tumor. And my Corruptors pull back, bleeding profusely. +1/+1 just about to finish. Muscular augments done for my Hydralisk Den. More and more Ultras on the way for PeaceFan. Yeah! That's a scary army for the Purple Zerg player. Fully maxed out army. He's got Corruptors with +2 flyer attack. He's got Ultralisks down there somewhere with +3/+3. Do they not have? They don't have a. There it is. Chitinous plating has just begun. He has a lot of idle drones up here in his main, which I feel like those could be better used elsewhere, like maybe at his 4th, which doesn't have any drones mining gas or minerals whatsoever. Again, he's got 3,700 to 500, so he has enough minerals. He's just really worried about gas, and that is about it. I'm trying to take a 4th base up here now at the 14-minute mark, recognizing I keep throwing stuff away at this Terran player. I just need a bigger army overall. I have some idle drones here in the main base as well. It's just FFAs are so intense a lot of the time. Trying to keep my injects up here as well. Let's do a quick APM check. I am sitting at 95 APM, 86 for the other Zerg player, 76 for the Terran, and 55 for the Protoss. Warp Prism moving out for Saints Warcry. This This might turn into a bit of a problem for me, leaving the Protoss player alone like this. He expands far away with his new natural base. He is not happy. Not happy at all about what happened to his previous one. Here comes the Zerg Swarm, and is SO Micron ready for this? He's got, Banelings and Lings coming from PeaceFan. Banelings exploding, Ultras decimating this group of Marines. The Corruptor group is huge. That is 20 Corruptors in the sky. Battle cruisers not even trying to retreat from this. The Zerg Swarm has arrived. PeaceFan was given 15 minutes to macro up, and this is what he did with his time. Absolutely destroying the main base, and SO Micron taps out with the surrender. Did that not work? Did we not do a surrender map? I thought we did. Maybe this is not a surrender map. So no, he's out. He is out now. Natural base done. His third and fourth bases are still technically alive, but he's just making Marines, which to deal with this many Ultras that are fully upgraded is just not a wonderful experience. Oh, some Zealots! Come on in here to the natural base. They're destroying everything that I have. They have +1 attack. I've got Roaches trying to deal with this. He asks me, Falcon, you ever seen Mission Impossible 2? And I say, I have. And then Saints Warcry says, you should have killed me. Oh, excellent, excellent call. I don't acknowledge that at all. I just say you should have killed me. I just say I should, maybe I should have. I do keep my evolution chambers alive, which is what I want. Hydralisk Den as well. Warp Prism continuing to just absolutely cause me problems. Here at the 16-minute mark of this game, Terran player is toast. He's got some supply depots holding the line, but no. Nope. Breaks through all of these Ultras and these Lings. Fully upgraded Lings are no joke either. Terran player is gone. So I send Corruptors over to get rid of this Warp Prism. Are there any more Zealots down here? No. No, there are not. Saints Warcry is continuing to try to macro up here. He is making additional probes at both of his bases. Ultralisks wandering through everything that SO Micron has to offer, and that's just it. I mean, Orbital Command is gone. I think that's it for our pink player. I don't see any more pink on the map besides this, and it is toast. That's it. SO Micron is defeated. Not a surrender map. I thought that it was. Dang it. Darn it. Next time we'll have to be sure to do that one. All right, so it is basically down to a ZVZ here at the 17-minute mark of this match. I do have Ultralisks of my own. Their upgrades are currently +2/+2. Am I working on anything in the production tab? I'm working on chitinous plating, +3 melee attack. I am expanding again, trying to expand at this gold base down here in the middle. First time anyone's trying to take a gold base. There's only 2 on this map, but it is, I mean, it's a lot. It's a maxed out Zerg army versus a 150 Zerg army, which I have a lot of Corruptors. They've got +1/+2, which is good upgrades, but that +3 flyer attack for PeaceFan is not messing around. Not messing around, even the teeniest of tiniest of bits. All right, how's our worker count looking as well? 30. I have 38 workers to 61. 61 for PeaceFan. I'm just struggling. I keep losing drones to things, mostly from my Protoss opponent. Sends an Overlord in to see what he's dealing with. This PeaceFan, smart move there. Sees my Ultra Ball, sees my Corruptor Ball, sees some Overseers here as well. And a Greater Spire is on the way from PeaceFan. So he feels like maybe Broodlords would be good in the situation. He feels like he can control the air with his Corruptors, and then from that point, it's basically just going to be Ultra against Ultra, and his upgrades are better. A single Ling of mine comes on in to see what Saints Warcry is up to, and is trying to knock down this Nexus all by his lonesome. Difficult job, especially when a Zealot shows up. And Rexer Day 3-shotting you there in the face. My gold base expansion is actually finished, but here is a Protoss army knocking on the door. So I see this, and I move my Lings in. I'm like, all right, Zerglings and Ultras should be fine to deal with this army. Let's do this thing. Corruptors getting rid of the mothership core very quickly. And here we go. Stalkers falling quickly. Sentries dead as well. Entire Protoss army toast. And I save my gold base, which is wonderful. Do I want to go in? I don't want to go in. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Protoss player alone. Again. Caster with a heart of gold, I know. Holy Spore Crawlers. PeaceFan's tossing down 1,000,000 Spore Crawlers. I guess just in case my Corruptors attack this area. Plus some nice anti-air to assist in that battle. It's an interesting strategy. I guess, does he have enough workers to do this? He's got 61 Harvesters. I just caught up with 61 Harvesters. I'm mining gas from my 5th base. It's a 5th base up for PeaceFan as well. Doesn't take the gold, just the one a little bit closer to home. Again, creep spread is amazing for PeaceFan here. He's got his Spore Crawlers unburrowed. He's got a bunch of drones hanging out to do some more Spore Crawlers. I have to assume that's what he's doing here. He's rallying them all in this spot, and I'm coming in to get rid of these Spore Crawlers, but it's messing up the pathing, and these Ultras are fighting each other in a very narrow choke. Corruptor versus Corruptor. I'm trying to hold my own, but I'm severely outnumbered right now. That is so many Corruptors on the screen. My Ultralisks are dying very quickly as well, but it's hard to tell. My Ultras in the back are not attacking as well as I would like them to. The Corruptors have won the air battle. My Ultras are holding their own to some extent here, but again, the upgrade advantage does belong to PeaceFan, and he wins that battle with a couple Ultras remaining. It is enough. It is enough. I do have some Ultras popping out and some Lings, but Zerglings are just not great. Not great here against these Ultras. 2 Ultras, they should have really attacked at the same time. Lings trying to get in to distract, but no, these 4 Ultras by PeaceFan refuse to fall. I do lose my 4th base there. At the same time, a bunch of Lings coming in for PeaceFan. He's got 9,000, 5,000 resources, making 24 Lings. I'm making... no, that was me. That's 11 Ultralisks for PeaceFan, everybody. That's what I meant to say. War Prism comes in again for Saints Warcry. Did he kill more of my workers? He killed more of my workers. Killed like 15 more of my drones while I'm trying to deal with this huge attack at the front from PeaceFan. One of my Ultras does pop out, kill a bunch of Lings from PeaceFan. Minor victory. Minor victory on my side of things. Are there still Stalkers here in my natural base going after my evolution chambers? Killing my Hydralisk Den at the same time, dropping here at the 3rd base. I am just beset on all sides. I send an Ultralisk down to clear up the infestation in my natural. I send an Ultra. Do I send an Ultra back? Send an Ultra back to get rid of the Stalkers here at the 3rd base. They're not being microed very well, but I guess that's because Saints Warcry is considering other things. So PeaceFan is back up to a maxed army. He has 14 Ultralisks and 17 Corruptors. He's burrowing Spore Crawlers closer to my base. I just don't have anything. I don't have anything. I've got 4 Ultralisks, period. 2 Queens, 43 drones. It's not working well. A bunch of Stalkers from Saints Warcry going after my gold base. No. Leave my gold base alone. The Stalkers are Blink Stalkers, and they do have a +2 attack. They're doing better than you would expect against these fully armored 7 armor Ultras, but I guess when you outnumber the Ultras by this much, you can kind of do it. Look at this Blink Micro from Saints Warcry. Bam. Ha. Do this against Lings, I say. How about that? And suddenly the Stalkers are in a lot of trouble. They blink on the high ground. Oh, they blink on the high ground. Beautiful decision there by Saints Warcry. Staying alive just a little bit longer here. More Stalkers warping in, doing that Blink Micro, trying to kill these Lings, trying to kill these Ultras, positioning themselves in a place where the Ultra cannot get to them. Beautiful job by these guys over here. This Ultra and these Lings are still going to town on the right side of the main base here for a Saints Warcry. While this is all happening, I'm trying to expand up here for a 6th base up on the top left side, but PeaceFan is just taking his time. He's just macroing. No big deal. My Ultras, are they all going to die here? These Stalkers, look at how well. They have to be microed to within an inch of their lives to do this. But look at this. My Ultra down to 61 hit points. This Stalker wants to kill it, but no! One more cleave takes it out. 36 hit points on this dude. The Zealots come in to finish off my Ultralisk, and I'm like, oh. I thought I would possibly kill the Protoss player with that army, but I did not. Happily, I got my gold base back, so that's nice. That's good news. Hatchery's still not finishing. It takes forever. It takes so long. Saints Warcry is working on +3 ground weapons. He tops out the GG, and he's gone. And Saints Warcry is gone. It is down. Now it is down to an official ZVZ. Corruptor for PeaceFan wanders in to see exactly what he's dealing with. And it's 18 Lings and an Ultralisk. It's just not a lot. It is just not a lot. Some Zealots coming on in. They're dead Zealots, though, because their commander has left the game. And here comes the Swarm, just waltzing into my natural base. That's it. I call the GG tap out. PeaceFan. PeaceFan takes it. As we can see, it usually comes down in these free-for-alls to who got left alone the longest. Right? Last time we did this, David Kim was left alone pretty much like for the first 15 minutes. Ended up winning. PeaceFan left alone for 15, 20. I mean, nobody even really attacked him. I mean, what did he lose in this game? Any buildings at all? No, I really don't think anybody really crossed into his side of the map even once. But anyway, maxes out. Does very well. And ends up winning. I guess, did a battle cruiser show up over it? No, it was just a scouting Phoenix, wasn't it? Hallucinated Phoenix, yeah. And ends up winning. I mean, good macro. I'm not taking anything away from PeaceFan. I'm just saying, I feel like if any of us had been left alone for that long, we would have been in a good spot to win this thing. So free-for-alls are fun. They are extremely fun and extremely stressful. I ended up with 90 APM. That's probably higher than my average. I'm going to be honest. I'm an old person. My reflexes are not what they used to be. Anyway, let's call it. That's going to be it from me. This has been FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another edition of MidRank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.